Welcome Alexa users, this is BB Nate and you're listening to Tatooine Sons HoloNet. Here's the latest Star Wars news from my dad, the Bowtie Jedi Guy.
This is your Star Wars news for Monday, March 26th, 2018. I'm David, the Bowtie Jedi Guy Jesse. Mark Hamill improvised one of the most memorable moments in The Last Jedi. Do you remember that moment in The Last Jedi when Luke Skywalker finishes talking with Leia and motions to C-3PO to keep quiet? Mark Hamill recently revealed to Entertainment Tonight that it was an improvised moment. Hamill said, "Initially, I didn't acknowledge 3PO. I walked right past him. I said, Rian, look, after all of those years of service, even though we hadn't been in contact in recent years, 3PO was the closest to a sidekick I had. Harrison had Chewie, and I had Artoo and Threepio." Rian said, "Oh, absolutely, you should go over there. We didn't really have time to script anything, just to acknowledge him, and that's what I did." Is it possible that Sabine Wren is Force sensitive? An article on Dork's Side of the Force is speculating that Sabine Wren became Force sensitive after the death of Kanan Jarrus in Season 4 of Star Wars Rebels. The theory draws heavily upon ideas presented by Snoke in The Last Jedi when he explains the rise of Rey as a balance to Kylo Ren after Luke Skywalker cut himself off from the Force. Essentially, it suggested that the Force ignited in Sabine after Kanan's death. It also theorizes that Rey might be the daughter of Sabine and Ezra. So if you want to read it for yourself, check out the link on TatooineSons.com. And finally, Thrawn and Darth Vader are taking us to the galaxy's edge. An excerpt from the upcoming novel Thrawn Alliances is of a conversation between the Emperor and Thrawn, where Palpatine sends Thrawn on a mission that would take him near his home planet. The Emperor then says, "The disturbance is located at the edge of your unknown regions. It appears to be centered on a planet named Batuu. I believe you've heard of it." Thrawn's eyes were hooded, the expression of that blue-skinned face swirling with memories. "Yes," he murmured, "I have indeed heard of it." Thrawn Alliances will be released on July 24th, but you may also have heard of this planet before. It's the name of the planet being developed as Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland and Walt Disney World. You can find a link to the full excerpt at TatooineSons.com. Up next, today in Star Wars history, but first, here's Samuel the Hutt.
Hi Alexa users, this is Samuel the Hutt. Thanks for listening to Tatooine Sons HoloNet. If you're enjoying the Star Wars news flash briefing, I want to invite you to check out our weekly show called Tatooine Sons, a Star Wars podcast. You can find it on all major podcast directories. May the Force be with you.
On this date in 2002, LucasArts released Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast on PC. That's the most important Star Wars news for the day. May the Force be with you.
Tatooine Sons HoloNet is brought to you by faithful supporters on Patreon. To learn more about Tatooine Sons, please go to TatooineSons.com. That's Tatooine Sons, SONS.com.